first had explored the flight envelope for nearly 100 hours. After the first delivery was pushed back from 2021 to 2022, the third aircraft made its maiden flight on August the 3rd. It is slated for avionics systems, APU, flight loads and propulsion performance tests. 2021, edit. In January 2021, Boeing expected to add 2 more 777-9s to the test program, aiming for certification in 2021. In early 2021, first delivery was pushed to late 2023. The delay was due to updated type certification requirements and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on aviation, costing a $6.5 billion charge. On the 27th of June, 2021, the Seattle Times reported on an FAA letter to Boeing dated the 13th of May delaying type certification until mid to late 2023, pushing deliveries to 2024. The FAA cited a serious test flight incident involving an uncommanded pitch event and a lack of design maturity. 2022-2024, edit. In April 2022, after an updated assessment of the time required to meet certification requirements, Boeing again delayed 777X deliveries, this time to 2025. In November 2022, it was revealed that the GE9X engine on one of the 4 test 777-9s had suffered a technical issue on October the 6th. Boeing subsequently paused the test program while GE investigated the issue. In May 2024, launch customer Lufthansa was expecting its first deliveries in 2026. As of September 2024, its estimate has been revised to an entry into service by early 2027. In August 2024, routine inspection following a test flight in Hawaii led to Boeing grounding its 777X test fleet. A structural link between the engine and wing was found to be damaged, while cracks were found in the same component on other aircraft in the fleet. On the 11th of October 2024, Boeing confirmed that the expected first delivery of the aircraft had slipped to 2026, following development challenges and workplace strikes at the company. Emirates cast doubt on this forecast, noting that Boeing had no clear timeline for resuming certification flights. 2025. Flight testing resumed on the 16th of January 2025 after a 4-month delay due to cracks discovered in engine mounting hardware. Boeing confirmed expected first delivery had been pushed back to 2026 from the previous 2025 estimate. Design, edit. Wing, edit. The 777X has a longer composite wing with folding wingtips. Due to this, the 777X is the first commercial transport aircraft to have wingtip controls in the cockpit. Based on the 787 wing but with less sweep, this wing has a higher lift-to-drag ratio, aspect ratio increased from 9:1 to 10:1, area increased from 4,702 to 5,562 square feet, 436.8 to 516.7 m, and usable fuel capacity increased from 320,863 to 350,410 pound, 145,541 to 158,943 kilograms. To stay within the size category of the current 777 with a less than 213 feet, 65 m, wingspan, it features 11 feet, 3.5 m, folding wingtips with the folding wingtip actuation system made by Liebherr Aerospace. The mechanism was demonstrated for Aviation Week at the Boeing Everett factory in October 2016. The folding movement should be complete in 20 seconds and be locked in place at the end. Specific alerts and procedures are needed to handle a malfunction. As existing regulations do not cover the folding wingtips, the FAA issued special conditions, including proving their load-carrying limits, demonstrating their handling qualities in a crosswind when raised, alerting the crew when they are not correctly positioned while the mechanism and controls will be further inspected. Those 10 special conditions were published on the 18th of May, 2018, covering worst-case scenarios. Transported by sea from Subaru in Nagoya to Everett, the center wing box is similar in size to the Legacy 777 but is more reinforced and heavier, with more titanium. Interior, edit. The internal cabin width is increased from the previous 777 models 231 to 235 in, 587 to 597 centimeters, through thinner interior cabin walls and better insulation to allow 18.0 in, 46 centimeters, wide seats in 10 abreast economy. The 777X will feature cabin design details requiring structural changes that were originally introduced on the Boeing 787 Dreamliner: larger windows, higher ceilings, more humidity and lowered cabin altitude to 6,000 feet, 1,800 m. Its flight deck is similar to the 787 cockpit with large displays and head-up displays, controls for the folding wingtips, and touch screens replacing cursor control devices. Windows are dimmable but have an available option for the standard window shades. Efficiency, edit. For the longer 777-9, replacing the engines should improve fuel consumption by 10%, with the longer, carbon fiber wings adding an estimated 7% improvement. As 4 to 5% of fuel savings is lost from the 12 tons heavier basic structure of the larger airliner, the net fuel efficiency gain is projected to be 12 to 13%. 10 abreast seating instead of 9 with a longer fuselage enable a reduction in fuel burn per seat of 20% compared to the 365-seat 777-300. The longer range, 355-seat 777-8 should have a 13% improvement in fuel consumption with 10 fewer seats than the -300. Boeing forecast a 33% better cost per seat than the 747 to 413% better than the 777-300. Its maximum takeoff weight is targeted for 775,000 pound, 351.5 t, like the 777-300, but Boeing hopes to have at least a 10,000 pound, 4.5 t, margin at introduction. Boeing predicts the -8 to be 4% more fuel efficient and cost effective than the A350-1000, while the -9 would be 12% more fuel efficient and 11% more cost effective. Lufthansa, when it ordered both, stated the Airbus A350-900 and the 777-9X will consume an average of 2.9 L/100 km per passenger. Variants, edit. 777-8, edit. The 777-8 is a shortened derivative of the 777-9, initially specified as 229 feet, 69.8 m, long, between the 209 feet 1 in, 63.7 m, 777 to 242 feet 4 in, 73.9 m, 777 to 300. It would seat typically 395 passengers with a range of 8,745 mi, 16,170 kilometers, 10,050 mi. It would succeed the ultra-long-range 777-200LR and compete with the Airbus A350-1000. Production of the -8 was expected to follow the -9 around 2 years later. It was expected to be the basis of a freighter version which would be available 18 to 24 months after the introduction of the -8. The 777-8 should feature a 13,000-pound, 5.9 t, Hyamto over the 775,000-pound, 352 t, of the 777-9, for an improved range from 8,690 to 9,416 mi, 16,090 to 17,520 kilometers. Due to the Boeing 737 MAX groundings and the delayed first flight of the 777-9, in 2019 Boeing pushed back design and development of the 777-8 until at least 2021, for first deliveries expected in 2023 or beyond. The delays were not expected to affect Boeing's participation in Qantas Project Sunrise, for which it has proposed a 777-8 variant. Boeing also proposed an interim solution to Qantas, assumed to comprise a 777-9 with auxiliary fuel tanks and reduced seating capacity. However, Qantas subsequently preferred the Airbus A350-1000 for this project. The -8 would also fill the niche market for an aircraft capable of flying with a full payload from hubs in the Gulf states to the west coast of the United States. It could, however, be cancelled if customers find the -9 acceptable for these routes. In August 2023, Boeing announced an increase in the length of the passenger -8 to 232 feet 6 in, 70.87 m, the same as the freighter version. The 777-8X is listed at $410 million. 777-8F, edit. In June 2019, Qatar Airways urged Boeing to develop a 777X-based freighter to replace its existing 777Fs which were first delivered in 2009. Boeing confirmed that discussions were underway to define a timeline for a freighter variant, expected to be based on the 777-8 airframe. In July 2021, Boeing CEO David Calhoun viewed a freighter version as a logical next aircraft program to comply with emerging ICAO aircraft emission standards. On the 31st of January 2022, Boeing officially launched the 777-8 freighter, with an order from Qatar Airways for 34 aircraft and 16 options, with deliveries expected to begin in 2027. 777-9, edit. The 777-9 is stretched by 3 extra seat rows and flies 215 mi, 460 kilometers, 290 mi, farther than the 777-300 with the same weight. It is 9.4 feet, 2.9 m, longer than the -300 for 251 feet 9 in, 76.7 m, length. It will seat typically 426 passengers over a range of 7,285 mi, 13,500 kilometers, 8,383 mi. Boeing froze its design in August 2015 and was to start first assembly in 2017. Its operating empty weight grew from the 777-300 373,500 to 400,000 pound, 169,400 to 181,400 kilograms, just over, for the -9 target. Listed at $442 million. Valuation specialist Avitas estimates the -9 real purchase price at around $200 million. In 2014, Aspire Aviation estimated its manufacturer empty weight at 362,000 and 415,000 pound, 164,000 and 188,000 kilograms. For its operating empty weight with 300 seats in 4 classes. In 2017, crowdsourced stock advising website Seeking Alpha estimated a 370,000 pound, 167,829 kilograms, manufacturer empty weight and a 407,000 pound, 184,600 kilograms. Operating empty weight. The first flight of the 777-9 was on Saturday, the 25th of January, 2020. The 777-9 is to supersede the 250 feet 2 in, 76.25 m, Boeing 747-8 as the longest airliner. 777-10X, edit. Boeing has proposed stretching the -9 by 4 rows of seats to accommodate 450 passengers in a 777-10X variant to compete with the Airbus A380 and a potential stretch of the A350. The company has approached several airlines including Emirates, the largest operator of both the 777 and the A380. The A380 seats between 489 and 615 passengers. The potential 263 feet, 80 m, long 777-10X, 12 feet or 3.7 m more, could compete against a hypothetical stretch of the A350-1000. Boeing confirmed that the 777 stretch is feasible if there is interest. BBJ 777X, edit. On the 10th of December, 2018, Boeing launched Boeing business jet variants at the Middle East Business Aviation Association show. The BBJ 777-8 offers a range of 11,645 nautical miles, 21,570 kilometers, and a 3,256 square feet, 302.5 square m, cabin, while the BBJ 777-9 provides a 3,689 square feet, 342.7 square m, cabin and a range of 11,000 nautical miles, 20,370 kilometers. Orders, edit. Order summary, edit. See also, list of Boeing 777X orders and deliveries. Order history, edit. On the 19th of September, 2013, Lufthansa became the first airline to select the 777X when it placed an order for 34 777-9 airliners. But the order was later changed to 20 firm orders and 14 options. This was followed in May 2022 with an announcement for an order of 777-8 freighters destined for Lufthansa cargo operations. In December 2013, Hong Kong-based Cathay Pacific ordered 21 777-9 airliners with deliveries expected from 2021, but they will now not join Cathay's fleet before 2025. In July 2014, Emirates, the launch customer, finalized its order for 157 777X aircraft, consisting of 115 777-9s and 35 777-8s. On the 16th of July, Qatar Airways finalized its order for 5,777-9 aircraft, with purchase rights for 50 more 777-9s. On the 31st of July, Japan's All Nippon Airways finalized an order for 20 Boeing 777-9s. In December 2016, Iran Air signed an agreement with Boeing that included 15 777-9 aircraft, but this agreement was effectively cancelled when the United States withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal in May 2018. In February 2017, Singapore Airlines signed a letter of intent with Boeing for 2777-9 and 19787-10 airliners. This was firmed in June 2017. In June 2017, the three Persian Gulf carriers, Emirates, Etihad Airways and Qatar Airways, held 235 orders, 69% of the 340 commitments, which were less financially secure than previously. Etihad's widespread investing strategy had backfired as it reduced feed sources, making it harder to fill the orders for the 777X. Emirates' demand had been slowing and it was considering deferral of deliveries, having the smallest sovereign wealth fund backing of the Gulf carriers. Qatar Airways was facing economic concerns and was suffering from a diplomatic crisis with its neighbors. After a nearly $2 billion loss in 2016, Etihad had to cut routes and shrink its fleet and thus is considering cancelling or deferring its orders, preferring to incur cancellations penalties rather than recurring losses from overcapacity. On the 14th of February 2019, it was reported that Etihad would take only 6 of the 25 777X airliners it had originally ordered. On the 28th of February 2019, British Airways parent International Airlines Group ordered up to 42 777-9, 18 firm and 24 options, valued at up to $18.6 billion. $21.9 billion in 2023, to replace its 747-400s. On November the 7th, Lufthansa stated it had converted 14 orders into options, leaving 6 firm commitments, after having negotiated a change as part of its order for 2787s. On the 20th of November, Emirates reduced its order total to 115 in exchange for ordering 30 Boeing 787-9s, while remaining the largest 777X customer. In January 2021, Boeing reduced its sales expectation for the program from 400 to 350 aircraft. Boeing reclassified 118 orders from firm to uncertain under the ASC 606 accounting rule, for 191 orders down from 309 previously. On February the 9th, Singapore Airlines announced that they had converted an order for 14 Boeing 787-10 Dreamliners into 11 Boeing 777-9s. Bringing its order for the 777-9 to 31. On the 31st of January 2022, Qatar Airways became the launch customer for the 777X freighter program, with an order of up to 5,777 to 8 freighters, expanding its commitment to the Boeing 777X family. In March 2022, Ethiopian Airlines signed a Memorandum of Understanding for 5 777-8Fs. On the 11th of February 2023, Air India signed a letter of intent, Noi, to buy 10 Boeing 777-9s as part of a combined 470 aircraft order from both Airbus and Boeing. The airline confirmed the order at the Paris Air Show on the 20th of June, 2023, which included 10 777Xs, 2,787 Dreamliners and 197,137 MAX jets with options for further 5,737 MAXs and 2,787 Dreamliners. It was Boeing's largest single order in South Asia and highlighted its 90-year partnership with Air India. On the 13th of November, 2023, at the 2023 Dubai Air Show, Emirates ordered an additional 97 777Xs, including 55 of the 777-9 and 35 of the 777-8. Bringing the airline's total order to 205 777Xs. On the 5th of March, 2024, Ethiopian Airlines announced an agreement with Boeing for 8 777-9s with options for 12 more. On the 19th of December, 2024, China Airlines announced plans to order 10 777-9s to replace their existing 777-300s along with 4 777-8s to supplement their freighter fleet. Specifications, edit. Boeing 777-8-9-8F. Model 777-8 777-9 Cockpit Crew 2. Main deck, 2 class seats 395 414 to 426, 42J plus 372-384Y, 31 pallets, 96x125. Main deck, 3 class seats 349 to 357, 8F plus 49J plus 292-300Y. Lower deck ULD 40 LD 348 LD 3, 26FWD plus 22 off, 13 pallets, 96x125. Cargo capacity 8,131 cubic feet. 230.2 m, 27,056 cubic feet, 766.1 m. Length 232 feet 6 in, 70.87 m, 251 feet 9 in, 76.73 m, 232 feet 6 in, 70.87 m. Wingspan 235 feet 5 in, 71.75 m, 212 feet 9 in, 64.85 m, folded. Wing 5,562 square feet, 516.7 m, 9.96 aspect ratio. Height 63 feet 11 in, 19.48 m. 64 feet 7 in, 19.68 m, 64 feet, 19.51 m. Width 20 feet 4 in, 6.20 m, fuselage, 19 feet 7 in, 5.96 m, interior. TOW 775,000 pound, 351.5 t, 805,000 pound. 365.1 t. Maximum payload 162,000 pound, 73.5 t, 247,500 pound, 112.3 t. OEW 400,000 pound, 180 t. Fuel capacity 52,136 US gal. 197,360 L, 43,412 imp gal. Engine, 2, General Electric GE9X105B1A. Thrust, 2, 110,000 lbf, 489 kN. Range 8,745 mi, 16,190 kilometers, 10,050 mi, 7,285 mi, 13,500 kilometers, 8,383 mi, 4,410 mi, 8,170 kilometers, 5,070 mi. ICAO designation B778 B779. See also, Edit. 1 Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Related development. 1 Boeing 777. Aircraft of comparable